Everybody, I'm Lisa Ascolese, the inventress, CEO and founder of Inventing A to Z and the Inventress Podcast. So excited to be here today. You know, I'm always excited, especially when I have women on the show. Nothing against you guys, but you know what? It's Women's History Month, and I have some powerhouse women today on our show. One powerhouse woman on our show. She's like 10 women. She's like 10. She's so powerful. You know, we talk about innovation. We talk about making products better and creating life-changing products. Well, my guest today has created a product that is top secret, but we're going to give you some insight to Tutaya's her journey so far. Welcome, Tutaya. So happy to have you on the show today.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yay! I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. So excited to be here.
Oh, I'm so happy you're here. So I just want to talk a little bit about your story. And again, everybody, I'm sorry, we can't tell you exactly what it is because right now we're working together to make this product happen. Tutaya has she came to me with a wonderful napkin idea, a little bit more than a napkin idea. And now we are in the development stages. And so I'm just going to start asking you questions, and you can't slip up and tell anybody. So listen, we're going to talk about this top secret hair accessory product that is going to change lives pretty much. So you introduce yourself and let's talk about your journey.
Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Tutaya Murchison. I am originally from Georgia. I am a Army veteran. I am a wife, and I am a mother of 6 beautiful children.
Amazing.
So
You look like a little baby yourself. How could that be possible? And thank you for your service. Thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
So let's talk about this product without talking about the product and first of all, how long ago did you think of it? And we can say a little bit about why.
Okay, so I thought of this product 12 years ago. At the age of 19, I'm kind of giving away my age here, but when I was 19 years old, I had this idea and I thought of it and I just let it kind of sit dormant in the back of my mind for years. And over time, I would sometimes revisit that idea. And what really made me say we need this product, the world needs this product, is I had a niece that had a traumatic accident that ended up having us call EMS to see it was crazy, all from a hair accessory. And in that moment, I was like, I have to do something. And when I let that idea sit for so long, it basically came up again. And I ended up seeing it in sports. And I was like, you know what? No more procrastination. Yes. I'm gonna do that idea.
Good for you. And you know, that's what happens with an invention, an idea that I think God gives you, right? It sits there until you do it. He gives it for a reason. And it's like it haunts you, right? It does. And it will never go away because something will always happen. A situation will always happen and arise where you think of this thing again. So
yes, ma'am.
Were you journaling it? Were you writing it down? Were you trying to create it on your own?
Yes, ma'am. My handy journal. And I would take notes, make pictures, draw, come up with names. I did my own little sketches of how it should look. And I would just do this for years. And I never acted upon that until I met you.
Now, wasn't that frustrating?
It was very frustrating. Because every time I would see an incident happen, I was like, this needs to be here. And I guess in the back of my mind, it was that little voice saying, someone else will do it. It's probably already out there. Someone's probably already done it. Yes. And they had it.
So you're talking yourself out of it in the back of your mind?
Yes, ma'am.
So had you shared this with anybody else in your family or friends? Did you get encouraged? I'd like to hear that backstory a little bit.
So when I originally had this idea at the age of 19, I didn't share that idea with anyone for years. And I guess with my military career, being a mom, even doing my own children's hair, I just kind of let it lay. I always thought about it anytime I would sit and braid and plait their hair, but I never took it to that level to say, you know what, I need to do this. And one day I came to my husband and I was like, look, this needs to happen. I don't know how we're going to do it, but it needs to happen.
And when was that? What date was that?
This was December of 2021, to be exact. I had just gotten out the military in October and I was at home. I wasn't working. I had time on my hands and I said, there's no excuse. There's no excuse why I can't make this happen right now.
Or at least figure out how to get it done, how to.
Exactly.
Now, how long did it take from 2021 until, so what was the date that you finally, well, you started looking online? Take us from that point.
So in December of 2021 is when I started going online. And that's when I actually came across your show on YouTube through your podcast. And I was like, this is too good. Like, I was like, hold on, let me make sure I'm not, it's not a scam, because you are saying all the right things. You are saying, make sure you're looking for this, check for this, ask questions, because as an entrepreneur, as an inventor of something that isn't there, I saw Invent Help. I saw all these other ways to help you, but I didn't know if that was the route for me to go. And then when I started thinking about all the fees and legal, I was like, you know what, I'm going to spend money just to get a lawyer to make sure this writing is correct, just even before I get started. Right. But with you, it was self-explanatory. It was no gimmicks. Everything was upfront and it was easily explained. You answered every question I had. I didn't feel like I was being scammed. I felt like you were upfront and honest, and that's exactly what I was looking for with my product.
Thank you so much. And that means everything to me. And I am so grateful and thankful that you did find me and that we found each other, because I love what you're doing. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of your perseverance, your passion, and the product is outstanding. It's really outstanding, and it's going to be, when it comes out soon, as I said, it really is going to be, it's a game changer it will be a game changer for everybody, I think, for everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody who has hair, everybody who wears wigs or whatever, it's going to be a game changer. And so what I want to talk about, I love the excitement. So, I mean, you're on the podcast because I love your excitement. I mean, this is a journey. Okay. So this is a process, it's a journey. And there are periods, I tell all of my clients, there's going to be periods where you feel like, okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? What am I waiting for? I'm waiting on something. So that was you. That was you.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about where we were without saying too, but we could talk about where you were.
So just a couple weeks ago, actually, that happened. And I felt like in the process, I felt stuck. So I'm home right as of now. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm just putting my all and my everything into this product. And I'm doing a little bit of this, dabbing a little bit here, coming up with more ideas, changing up ideas. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So then I had that moment like, okay, I need to just talk to Miss Lisa. Let me regroup. Am I doing the right thing? Am I focused? Because I started feeling like I was getting distracted and other things were taking my time. And I wanted to make sure I was basically collecting my thoughts and focusing that time and energy and effort on the correct thing to move my product forward.
And it's such a part of the process. And so while I'm building the product, and this is again a normal process, while I'm busy building and working with the manufacturers, and given I've already had my consultation and we've already been set up as, Tutaya been set up as a client, but you get to that point where I'm doing that over there, you have your notes, and there's only so much you could do while the product is being manufactured or prototyped, I should say. Well, the prototyping is happening, and literally this happens to everybody. I have to actually give a name to it because I guess you're kind of in limbo, right? And then I sent you an email
You
And
did.
so I said, you're doing all the right things. We got on the phone, and then all of a sudden you get this thing, right?
I did.
And
And that was one of the happiest days of my life.
so it's a funny thing how that feeling of I guess it's just the feeling of you being in limbo because you don't really have anything to do because you've done all of the things. You've done all the right
Yes.
things. We already have the logo. We have the prototype being built, and website can't really happen yet because there's nothing to put on the website. And why waste money on building a website when the product is not done, right?
Correct.
Product is not done yet.
Yes.
But now that you saw 2 days in a row, I have to say, right?
Yes,
2 days in a
ma'am.
row.
They just keep coming.
Now the floodgates have opened.
They have.
So you are actually now seeing the fruits of your mental labor, all of the 12 years
Yes, ma'am.
of, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Of torture from not doing it.
Yes.
It's happening right now. And
Yes,
what
ma'am.
is that feeling?
It feels surreal. And even when I see what you've sent me, I look at it and I'm like, wow, this sat in my mind for 12 years. And if I would have just acted on that idea so long ago, how many people that product could have helped.
But it's now.
It
You know,
is.
everything happens in God's time. I mean, then may not have been the time. And I think honestly, with everything that we see today, yes, lives could have been changed and all that, but it's more prominent now, what we're talking about.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I think the focus and the attention is now on this product. It's definitely now. Back then it might have been like, you know what, that's fine, but this and those things could not necessarily have been used, right? And everybody's
Yes.
going, what are they talking about? We want to know what they're talking about. I promise you, you will find out soon enough. But I have to compliment you on your communication. The fact that you answer, you respond to my emails, I text you, and I know that you have small children, so I'm very careful as to when I text and call, but I'll text you and I go, is it bedtime? Are the babies sleeping? Like, oh, no, I can talk. Oh, I can talk. Oh, I can talk right now. I'm like, all right, let's talk. Let's talk.
Yes.
So I love the fact that you communicate. I love your passion because this is what it takes to succeed. You've got to do it. You've got to take those steps and you've just got to do it. And it is one step at a time. It's baby steps, one step at a time. And it's one foot in front of the other. And doing it the right way is so important. Having all of your pieces put together the right way at the right time. So
Yes, ma'am.
As I said to you yesterday, let me tell you something. There's going to be lulls. There's going to be way ups where you're going, woo. So remember this feeling right now. Remember this.
And that's how I feel. I'm way up there.
Hold on to that feeling, because sometimes it's going to go down a little bit. There may be a little pause in other prototypes that you're waiting for, and it's just the reality of things. But this is going to be great for you because you're ready for it. You're a military girl, so you understand patience. You understand
Yes,
what
ma'am.
it takes. You persevere. You walk through things with, presence of mind. So I really appreciate that. I really do. And yeah, this journey's awesome. So what do you see? Where do you see yourself going with this product? Where do you see it? Where do you see it being sold? That we can say.
I see this product being almost everywhere. Sporting goods stores, Walmart, Target, QVC, HSN, anywhere that you see beauty supply stores, Michael's, anywhere, this product you won't forget it.
Nope.
It's going to be unforgettable.
It is unforgettable. And you have spoken this right into existence. And when you want something, you've got to ask, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Ask, seek, knock, Matthew 7:7.
Yes,
When
ma'am.
when you believe, you will achieve and receive. And you're doing all of the right things. So, and I so appreciate having you hop on. I know this was actually short notice for you, but I said, you know what, with this passion, you've got to get on so that other inventors hear this, because other inventors are listening, and other inventors have held on to products for 20 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, a lifetime, and have never taken the steps to move forward. You are an inspiration. You are going to encourage other inventors to just do it, because that burning desire just never goes away. When again, God gives you that thing, it doesn't leave you. It comes back over and over again.
Yes, ma'am.
Until you get it done. Well, I can't wait to see this, and we will be finished before you know it. And then you'll be back on the podcast to talk about it, showcase it, and sell it.
Yes, ma'am.
Showcase it and sell. And then you'll be on Inventor Spotlight TV too.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a fact. No brainer. No brainer. Is there anything else you want to add?
The biggest thing I think I would want to say to any inventors out there, if you're holding on to an idea, Miss Lisa is your person. Go to her. It's okay. Get that idea out there. I held on, even when the first time I talked to her about this idea, I was just gushing to tell somebody, because it had just been sitting in the bottom of my belly for so long. And it felt so good to just let that release happen. It was amazing. And now to see that is finally coming to fruition, it's amazing. It's a blessing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, thank you for that. And you are fabulous. You are so fabulous. And I'm thankful for your family who support you too, because without that support, sometimes it's really, really difficult to move ahead, that mental stuff. We talked about that before. When you have naysayers talking in your head, or people telling you something that you can't do, it's not easy to overcome that, especially if it's a family member, somebody who you really care about. But
absolutely,
you have that strong family support, and you have those incredible values. So I really appreciate you as a client, and I can't wait to see you succeed. My goal is to see you succeed. You know that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. And I definitely appreciate my husband. He has been the biggest supporter, staying up with me late nights when I just knocked out sleep and I wake up and I have to write that idea down and then I have to share it with him. He's been a big support, a good ear to listen to.
And he's probably going, okay, let's just get this done. I gotta
go to bed.
I gotta get some sleep.
Yes.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Please, we will be on again. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe in the next month or so, we'll be on again. Such a pleasure having you on. Okay. And we'll see you soon. I'll talk to you soon. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Right. Have a fantastic rest of your day.
You as well.
All right. You take care. Bye-bye.